What's up, you guys? It is Levi here, and today I got my fishing hat on and I got a special guest, Mr. Elon Muskie. And for those of you that have watched my channel in the past, you know what that means. Today I'm going to be talking about a fishing topic. And I also wanted to put this hat on in honor of my grandpa that passed away last week because he was an avid fisherman. So rest in peace, Grandpa. I'm doing this video for you with this hat on. And it also relates very well to fishing. Alright, so many organizations, including the one I work for, do phishing simulations on their employees. Or in other words, they send phishing email scams to their employees. And at my employer, I am in charge of the cybersecurity awareness training program, and one of my roles is to help send the phishing campaigns, the simulated phishing campaigns, out to all the employees in my organization. And throughout the years, I've heard comments from employees in my organization and from other people all over the United States, because yes, I'm so obsessed with cybersecurity. I'll talk about cybersecurity concepts while I'm on vacation with people and get their feedback on it. And a lot of times I'll get the response from people that, Levi, I hate these simulated phishing email scams. IT is out to trick me. They're out to reel me and Mr. Elon Muskie, and they're out to get me. And I decided, in response to this common feedback that I hear from you all out there, I decided to do a video on the importance of phishing simulations in an organization, and also what these phishing simulations are not for. So if you're someone that thinks these phishing simulations are out to get you, or your IT department is out to trick you, then this video is perfect for you all. Because by the end of this video, I hope you understand the importance of phishing simulations and embrace them as a learning tool to help protect yourself and your organization from cyber attacks out there in the world. Alright, so I first want to start out talking about the why. The why of phishing simulations. Why do organizations do phishing simulation campaigns in the first place? Well, take a look at the recent news in the last year. Thousands upon thousands of organizations are getting hit with ransomware. Ransomware is when the hackers, the bad hackers, or what we like to call the pirates, ARG, on this channel, go and infect a bunch of computers in an organization and make them unusable unless an organization pays a ransom to them or has good backups and can recover their PCs from those backups. Ransomware can be absolutely devastating to the organizations that are hit by them and the people that use those organizations, and it can take an organization down for weeks and possibly months. And it takes a lot of resources for an organization to recover from ransomware. A good example of a real-world incident that caused a lot of real-world problems that some of you might even be able to relate to is the Colonial Pipeline attack of 2021. That ransomware attack caused major fuel outages throughout the East Coast of the United States, and it cost you, the consumer, a lot more money because there was a lot less gas available on the East Coast because that pipeline was shut down due to ransomware. In order for that pipeline organization to get back and going so that you all on the East Coast could have more gas, they had to pay $4.4 million to the pirates. And that was just the cost to get their data back so they could get the machines running that run the pipeline going again. That doesn't even account for all of the extra work that it took to pay people to help recover the information and investigate the attack. And it also doesn't take into consideration the cost to the people on the East Coast that had to pay higher prices for their gas and oil because of the shortage. Ransomware can happen to anyone, anywhere in the world. It does not care where you're at. If you have an internet connection, you can get ransomware. Even if you're in the middle of Antarctica with no people within thousands of miles, you can get ransomware. And phishing just happens to be one of the top ways that organizations get ransomware. A lot of times, all it takes for an organization to get ransomware is for an employee to click an email that looks legit but is a scam that a pirate sent out. And boom, the pirate gets into the organization and can do whatever the F they want to that organization. And a lot of times that leads to ransomware getting in the organization. And this is where phishing simulations come in. The best way to stop ransomware from getting into the organization is to train the employees of the organization to stop smashing the like button. Okay, you guys should be smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm because it helps more people see this video to help protect themselves from the cybersecurity threats out there in the world. But all kidding aside, to help people in the organization stop smashing that link or smashing the attachment and infecting the organization with ransomware or any other type of cyber attacks. Phishing simulations are out there to help train the employees not to take actions on those phishing emails, so that it is much less likely that an employee is going to click on a phishing email. And that will drastically reduce the odds of ransomware and other cyber attacks hitting the organization. And it does this by serving as a constant reminder to the employees of the organization to check every single red flag in an email before taking an action on it, because you never know when a phishing email can come through, or in this case, a simulated phishing email. Not only is it designed for employees to be on the lookout for red flags on each and every single email that they're taking a look at, because most of the time phishing simulations will have a link to a training page that shows an employee all the different red flags on what they should have been looking for in that phishing email. My organization does this, and I hope that most other organizations do this as well, because it's a great learning tool for the employees. And if your organization does this, make sure that you're reading through each one of those red flags so you can learn from those and not fall for that same scam again. Also, at my organization, we do remedial training, so an employee gets an additional training to go through so that an employee can learn from that, so they are more knowledgeable of what to look for the next time a phishing simulation or a real phishing email comes to them. Alright, so now that you know the why of phishing simulations, let's talk about what phishing simulations are not. A lot of people get their perspective that phishing simulations are just out there to punish the employees. IT or cybersecurity teams are out there to trick the employees. They're out to get you all because we love to see you fail and we have absolutely nothing better to do in our lives. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that couldn't be further from the truth. At least in my organization anyway. Now, if you work for an organization that does this, you probably should quit and go work for another organization. We do these phishing simulations to train you so that you all can learn from your failures so that you don't fall for a real world phishing email. Because falling for a real world phishing email can cause a lot of damage to your organization, and it could cause you a lot of mental pain dealing with that damage. And phishing simulations also help you in your personal life because the same things apply to your personal life as they do to your organization. Phishing is one of the top ways that people outside of work can get hacked in their personal life. So these phishing simulations will train you to not fall for phishing scams in your personal life and save you a ton of mental pain and money because you didn't fall for those in your personal life. Alright, so in closing, I hope this changes your perception of phishing simulations that are run in your organization. Remember, they are supposed to be done to help you all. Your employer wants you to learn from phishing simulations so that you do not take an action and fall for a real phishing scam that could cause major damage to your organization. Your organization's security team or IT team is not out to trick you or punish you. I know it's really frustrating when you fail a phishing simulation. No one likes to be wrong about anything, but don't see it as you're wrong or you failed. See it as a learning opportunity. I always hear the quote, the best way to learn is to fail, and I found that to be very true in my lifetime. Some of the biggest learning moments that I've had that have made me better are because I failed. Now, usually failing is not the most pleasurable thing to do, but unfortunately, it's one of the best ways to help you learn. And you need to see these phishing simulations when you fail for them as an opportunity to learn and help yourselves and help your organization. And ultimately make it so that you don't fall for real phishing emails in the future. And also, don't be afraid to reach out to your IT team to get help if you have a question about whether an email is actually a phishing email or if you fell for a simulated phishing email and you want to learn more so that you don't fall for phishing emails in the future. I personally love it when people contact me about how to do things better in cybersecurity because I love teaching people about cybersecurity, and I want people to be able to learn and help themselves so that you all don't have to have the mental pain and my organization doesn't have to have the mental pain from someone falling for a real phishing scam. Alright, anyway, I hope I changed your perspective on simulated phishing emails in an organization and that you understand they're out there to help you better detect real world phishing scams because those are the top threats to your organization for being hit by a cyber attack. Alright, so I hope you found this video useful. If you found it useful, make sure that you're smashing that like button and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you're sharing this video with everyone you know. And by taking all these actions, you will help promote my channel to more people on YouTube, and that will help more people protect themselves from the cybersecurity threats out there in the world, which is my ultimate goal for this channel. Anyways, I thank you all for watching and have a fantastic day.